I wanted to give you an opportunity because you claimed in a 2006 New Zealand interview, you wouldn't know it, but I'm very good at telling jokes. Okay, so tell me a good joke right now.
Well, I think all my jokes are a bit risque for a joke,
you could do it. You could do it here. It's all right.
Okay, then. Ernie and Ethel have been married for 50 years. All of a sudden, Ernie dies, and they didn't have many friends. And so Ethel said to herself, well, here we are, Ernie, all alone once again. All I've got is this little bowl of ashes. And she said, do you remember, Ernie? I always wanted you to buy me diamonds. And you said, what do you want diamonds for? Well, she said, Ernie, I'm going to buy myself the biggest diamond out of the insurance. And another thing, she said, Ernie, do you remember? She said, I always wanted you to buy me a fur coat. And you said, what do you want a fur coat for? Well, she said, Ernie, I'm going to buy myself a beautiful fur coat. And do you remember, Ernie? She said, there's one thing that you always wanted. Do you remember that blowjob you always wanted? Well, here it is.
That's a good. Do you tell jokes on stage between songs or anything?
No. I tell them at dinner afterwards with my band.
Interesting. I wanted to also ask you. You have come out and you say that Botox is a great idea.
God, I've been having it for. First time I had it was in New York, and that must be 14 years ago.
Huh. I mean, I'm wondering, though, because I know you've also come out against ageism. You've done a few, you've come out to support causes that are going against ageism and the like. And I'm wondering, this notion of physical appearance.
Yeah, but it's nothing to do with the looking. It is for me. I mean, I'm on stage and I wish I could do something about my weight, right? Yeah. Because, I am slightly overweight, but, facially, I can do something about it. I can have Botox, and I swear by it. I have it 3 times a year.
But who cares?
Sometimes twice a year. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, you were on an Atkins diet, I know, at one point.
I was on an Atkins diet, and I must say, I did lose 16 pounds, and I kept it off for about 5 years. But bloody hell, when you put it back on, you put it back on. Yeah. Anyway, but no, I could stick up for people working, at an older age, because I'm older and I'm working all the time. I'm 57 and I really got the energy of a 25-year-old, and people have, and it's unfair that people, especially I think in the UK, that they have to, the ageism is they're getting thrown out of the jobs and they know the work much better than half of the young people.
But, isn't it troubling because you observed the shift? You've actually observed several shifts in the music industry over the course of your career.
Yeah.
To music videos where suddenly it's not necessarily about the music, it's actually about how you look on a television screen.
Well, if you're a new artist, I think it is something to do with how you look. But for me, I never relied on my looks. It was always my voice because, come on, I'm not a spring chicken, and I never was very glamorous or anything, even when I was young, you know what I mean? It was all down to the voice. But I think these days they are more, like everybody looks the same, don't they? They've all got like hot pants on and, beautiful figures. Like I would think, how the hell can they keep, bodies like that when you're in this business, you're out for lunch, you're out for dinner, you're eating and drinking all the time. Yeah. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
I really don't, but I enjoy
starvation and water, I presume.
Well, stop that for a laugh. I like my, like when I go on stage, I'm always sober. I never drink before I go on stage. But when I come off, I like to drink, I like to eat. I like my life.
But I'm wondering, was the Botox decision on your part, was this because of the performance or because of other factors? Why?
No, because I had 2 lines running up in my forehead, and I thought, I've heard about this Botox. I think I'll go along. And I had it, and I was amazed. It takes 11 days to kick in, right?
Yeah.
Not that you need it, because you got a face like a baby's bum.
Look at this. I'm getting wrinkles, I assure you.
No, it's absolutely brilliant. I always have to have the cream on first, though. I'm not one of these people that can not have the cream that sort of it takes away the pain.
Yeah.
You know, so I leave that on for a good 40 minutes before I have it done. Otherwise, I can't stand it. And then I squeeze a cushion so hard so that it doesn't hurt. Because it does hurt, but it's worth it. No pain, no gain.
But you also alluded to this manager who you had. Was physical appearance one of the factors that you dealt with in terms of videos or performances or how you looked in front of the camera?
I hated making videos. Always hated making videos. I was nominated for a best video with Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah.
But I used to find them a nightmare, an absolute nightmare, because I don't mind being on the stage, singing. I love to be on the stage performing, but I am not. I'm not very good having even photo shoots. Like some girls, they can just do all this and they look fabulous. I dread photo shoots and videos. But I had to do it in the 80s because there was very much, Total Eclipse of the Heart was always being played on MTV. They don't play so many now, though, do they?
No, MTV is pretty much all programming and no videos.
Yeah.
Now, actually, you're going to go to
shows.
YouTube. And actually, the videos have become better, I think, because now everybody wants to stand out on YouTube. So it's quite an interesting idea.
I never watch myself when somebody puts me on YouTube or something. I've seen a few crazies holding out for Hero in their bedroom, though. That's quite funny.
Yeah. I'm curious. I mean, you've reached a pretty comfortable position, I would argue, in your career, and I'm wondering where the line between, say, art and commerce is with you. I mean, Wings, you co-wrote the songs. I think it had a completely different sound from your other albums, even with Jim Steinman.
It wasn't well produced. I think Wings wasn't, but I love the production on Heartstrings, with the Prague Philharmonic Orchestra, whatever. But I've forgotten the question.
Well, the question was largely, why not do more independent albums or albums that are a little bit more artistic as opposed to playing for, the crowd and keeping the money coming in, or it's doing something almost to supplement the endless...
I would love to do a blues album, right? Because I love singing the blues. And I do two blues songs in my show when it goes down a storm. I love singing the blues. But when I suggested that to the record company, it's like, oh, no, that don't sell. And so if they're not going to be behind it, I don't see the point in doing it,
Have you considered setting up, going with an independent label or trying another?
I'm not on a label at the moment, so yes, yeah.
Because then you could do
In fact, I'm going to see a record company tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, on the subject of blues, I'm wondering if you have ever tried to contact John Fogerty. I think you and him could do an incredible duet together.
That would be great.
Huh. Are there any artists you have contacted for a duet that never panned out, or you would love to sing with?
I did ask Bryan Adams, and he was interested, but he said it wasn't the right time. Mm-hmm. But, maybe he just said that. I don't know, But, I mean, I'd love to do a duet with him, Love to do one with Duffy. She's great. I love her.
Have you considered, for example, on this independent question, going directly to the internet? I mean, a lot of that seems to be the wave of the present, so to speak.
Well, I've got a meeting tomorrow with Sony Records to see how that goes, and if not, I might take that route.
Yeah. You can just go ahead and go straight to the people and maybe produce something and completely surprise them. I'm wondering if this has been a kind of ongoing question for you.
Yeah, well, I'd be more able to do it then, probably, because then they wouldn't. They wouldn't have the record company butting in and saying, but we don't want that kind of music.
Well, Bonnie, I know you have to go, but it was a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Ed.
All right, thanks.
Anymore.